Hey, what's up guys? Dan here, and I'm here with two of my students from the Amazon Freedom course, Martin and Vince.
Hi, Martin. I'm Vince.
So basically, I was actually just moving into my new apartment here in Vancouver. I just made a big move, and I got a screenshot from Vince, and he sent me a screenshot while he was on vacation in Jasper National Park in Canada, and he actually sent me a screenshot. He had his first $1,000 day on Amazon.
It was pretty cool. I was like, we were on holidays, and I checked my phone. Usually I don't take my phone on holidays, but of course, having all that product out there, I wanted to know, and it was pretty cool. I mean, I did a bike ride, was sitting by a campfire, and there was a system making money for me online, so it was pretty cool.
That's awesome. So Vince actually sent me that screenshot where he was making $1,000, or he had his first $1,000 day online. And then right now, how much are you guys making about a month?
Almost 14,000.
14,000 a month. Awesome. So basically, Martin and Vince, they took my course, the Amazon Freedom course. I don't remember exactly, but I think you guys took it a couple months ago, correct?
We started in January, actually. Yeah.
Okay, January. So so basically since January, right now we're almost into June. So I guess it took you guys a couple months to watch the course, and then maybe you guys ran into Chinese New Year and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so now you guys are making 14,000 a month, which is awesome. And what's your profit margin on that?
It's about 49%. Yeah, we're sitting right around 49% range.
Cool. Awesome. So that's about like 7,000 a month. US dollars a month. So as far as I understand, you guys are Canadian like me, selling in the United States, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So so basically just tell the audience about how you guys found out about Amazon FBA, how what basically got you guys to start pursuing online business, and specifically Amazon FBA, and what are your visions and stuff for the future, and what brought you to this point, basically.
Yeah, so basically I was scrolling through Facebook, started to see some stuff about affiliate marketing, but it wasn't really tangible to me at the time. Then I also came across some FBA stuff, and I was like, okay, like the Amazon, that seems smart. I mean, I buy stuff on Amazon, and the fact that I could figure out that there's private buyers, just creating a company and doing it, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I mean, you're selling to America, and there's a lot of demand out there, so I wanted to do it, but I had just started a finishing business, so I was pretty busy already. So I was like, I'd love to find someone to do this with me, to kind of split the cost. Two heads are better than one type. So I passively brought it up to Marty one day. He's actually my old high school teacher, believe it or not. So we had beers together, and yeah, I brought it up to him, and 5 days later, he sends me this huge Google Doc. He's like, this is what we're gonna do. I found the guy. Let's go for it. And I was like, wicked, here we go. So yeah, it's been a ride. Yeah, I had beers with Vince, whatever. So I'm a high school teacher. I've taught for about 10 years or whatever. And in January, I was just heading in for having a major brain surgery, having a big tumor removed. So I was going to be off work for a long period of time, and pretty down about that. And then Vince sort of pitched this to me, and kind of before my surgery, I think I must have watched 20 hours of videos. I think I watched almost your entire channel, and a bunch of other guys as well, looking at different courses and just kind of really researching it. I'm a research kind of guy. And it's like, this could totally work. So yeah, I made this huge document for Vince saying, this is how we're going to build up to a multi-million-dollar business. We're going to take this guy's course named Dan. He's from Vancouver. He's awesome. So we're going to do his course, and I'm going to pay half of it, and we're going to start right now. And Vince is like, oh, okay. So we did. So we started doing the course. I think I went through almost the whole course like in a week and a half. And then I went in for surgery and had just a hell of a time recovering. It's taken months. And that time was my recovery. Vince was taking the course, getting up to speed, picked our first product, had some snags with Chinese New Year, like you mentioned, and in it came, and off we went. So it did work, but it was a bit bumpy at the best start.
Mm-hmm. So obviously for me personally, when I was starting on Amazon, and I think for anyone that starts any kind of online business, and this is something that people have to understand, like for me, I failed quite a bit before I actually saw my success on Amazon. It was just kind of condensed in timing, because as soon as I failed, I was just like, okay, next product. So I really sped up, because I already understood I'm probably going to run into things, right? Especially you're dealing with China, and that's for me before, I was always like, how am I going to import a product from China? How am I going to do all this stuff? This was like a year ago when I was starting my Amazon business, a little more than a year ago. So Yeah, so I think, for anybody, just as a natural part of entrepreneurship, it will probably be bumpy at the start, but obviously from January to now, so in 4 months, you guys got to 14,000 a month, and in revenue 7,000 a month in profit. So I assume you guys are splitting that in half, so 3,500 a month US dollars, which works out to like what, 5,000 Canadian a month or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, almost. So that's a teaching salary plus a bit.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it took you guys basically 4 months. So, so that's awesome. I'm super, super happy that the course worked for you guys. And, I'm sure you said that you watched my whole YouTube channel. I think a lot of people watch my whole YouTube channel before they actually get into it. And like, to me, I'm like, don't you guys get tired of like watching all these videos where it's like Jungle Scout, product this, product that? I don't know. I wouldn't be able to, but anyway. So yeah, that's awesome. So what are your basically right now? You guys have how many products?
So far we have one. We're getting our second shipment in of that, and our second product is being manufactured and should ship very shortly too. So we're launching our second one hopefully beginning of next month.
Cool. Okay, so after this interview, I'm actually going to talk to you guys because I think I have the perfect second product for you for your niche. Because I just know that it will sell well. So I'm going to let you guys know. Maybe it's already your second product that you're doing, but we'll talk about that after the video. So obviously, both Vince and Martin, by joining the course, they got access to my mentorships. This is basically what they get. So you did message me for your product, right?
Yes. Yeah, I ran about 3 different products by you. 2 of them you said were quite good. One was not. And one of those 2 we've gone with. So yeah.
Okay, and were you so did you have any kind of like fears at all, or were you like, okay, right away, like I'm ordering and then let's do this?
We kind of thought, let's just dive in and do it. Like I say, if you said it was okay, we thought, let's just do it. You've mentioned quite a few times, like you say, you need a couple of failures to get to your success, right? And other YouTubers we've watched that for Amazon businesses and stuff have often mentioned the same kind of things. So we thought, okay, you know what? Let's if we've done 3 or 4 products and they've all tanked, let's reevaluate this about whether this is going to work or not.
Yeah.
But we're absolutely not going to think about quitting until at least that point. And that was really, really good for us. And the first one worked. So now we're pumped, of course. But
yeah. So that's awesome. So basically, what are your plans right now, for your Amazon business, for entrepreneurship in general, and also talk about how, because I think that, one of the biggest things that I want to do with my channel and with, especially now this year, continuing and moving forward, is to like open people's minds to like what's possible online and stuff like that. Because if it wasn't for, I think it was Vince that said, you've been seeing all this stuff, how people are making money online, right? Most people would just kind of turn a blind eye. They're like, oh, it's whatever, it's like a scam or something like that. So I think that, basically what I'm saying is that, how did it change your mindset now that you guys actually see like actual money being made here, and like you guys don't have to go 9 to 5 or whatever for your job to make this money, right?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty crazy. The thing that hit me the most is that you're making crazy sales every day, right? You do 30 a day, and then you do it again, and I would go to bed being like, can this actually keep on going? And then I would wake up to 8 more, because of time difference. And I'm like, this is insane. Yeah. And any people that have had doubt, I just kind of say to them, like, look, like the internet is a $167 billion industry and pays out $200 million a day in commission, right? Like there's tons of gold out there for everyone. Like there's no reason why we can't do it. I mean, people all over the world are doing it. So you just have to take that first step.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people have kind of laughed at us and said, it can't work. And we just say, well, we'll talk to you in a year. We'll talk to you in a year.
Okay, this is a great, so basically, obviously I'm incredibly passionate about this. So me, you guys are Canadian, I'm Canadian, so we've kind of grown up in the same kind of like culture, sort of, right? And as far as I can say, it's similar to America in terms of like people are very skeptical of like these online things, or just people, especially in Canada, play it very safe. And you guys can probably agree, they play it very safe. And as soon as, let's say, everybody on the street works a job, and then as soon as, their neighbor or something, let's say, starts doing Amazon, everybody would just try to be like, it's not going to work, it's not going to work, because they try to rationalize in their head that like, I already gave up on my dreams, and so I'm just going to try to shut down his, right? His or hers. So That's what I think is happens. And I think like it just blows my mind because every single day when I go outside or whatever and I talk to people and, let's say people ask me what I do or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I'm a YouTuber and like basically I teach people how to make money online, and then I have a couple online businesses.
That's straight from MJ DeMarco Unscripted.
Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's I just started reading that book. It's incredible. But and that too, right? Like that's so true. Like we're stuck to a script. It's been kind of ingrained into us, and anything that's different is immediately scary. But now, once you see the potential, it's like, yeah, it's scary, but it also, your return is incredible.
So when I was starting out in entrepreneurship, and back then I was just like cleaning windows and stuff, that while I was trying to figure out what I'm going to do online, because I knew online was the way to go. Basically, everybody that I would tell about my Amazon or whatever, like my current endeavor, they would be like, right away they would say that it's bullshit, or that like they would say like, oh, you're not going to make any money, like, And then in my head the whole time I knew like, okay, I'll come back to you in a year, right, when I'm actually going to be living, making a lot more money than you are, living a much better life than you are, and doing what I want instead of, sticking to some kind of script that society gave me, right? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our hardest job is convincing our wives to back us in this insanity. And I was sitting there, like I say, post-surgery and on Jungle Scout and whatever, and I'd be like, look, $30,000 a month, look, $60,000 a month. Yeah. My wife would be like, it's not possible. It's not possible. Like, yeah, it actually is. Just you wait. Yeah. She believes now that it works.
Okay, yeah. So as soon as you actually got the deposit, right, from Amazon, then, then they're like, okay, well, now it's real. Yeah. Yeah, it just honestly, it blows my mind. But that's super awesome. I'm super happy for you guys. So anything else you guys want to say or talk about?
I got to say, I really appreciate your videos on mindset, because I'm very much a mindset person. Like even in finishing and construction, like if there's a problem, like it's fixable. And especially with something like this, like, and I think we're both very similar, like in how we think that way too, which is great. We've had a little bit of slower sales. There has to be a way out of it. You find it, and it's out there. Like there really is never a reason to quit. Like it's out there. Like the money's right there. You just have to go out there and grab it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And so I think it comes down to how you were saying with the mindset and stuff. I discovered that it all comes down to one thing, and basically it's let's say you had a couple of days of slower sales, right? So you might a person might start thinking like, oh, I can't do anything about that. It's just slow now for me, and like I'm screwed, right? But in reality, it's like basically how I go about it is that, okay, I'm having a couple of days of slower sales. Why? Like what's going on here? Like, and then I would go on Amazon. I would check like, okay, well, if I'm having slower sales, someone must be making more sales because there's this many amount of sales per day in the whole niche, right? So someone else must be taking mine. What are they doing right that I'm not doing? And then I would find that seller, and then I would go and basically see what they're doing, and then I would either copy or improve on it, right? So basically, it comes down to like not being a victim. Honestly, that's all it comes down to. Yeah. So
yeah, that's a huge thing.
Yeah. So, all right. Awesome. So, during the time that you were starting your finishing business, that's like construction, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, during for your finishing business, obviously that's like hard manual labor, right? And
yeah.
And so are you still doing that business? Are you still like going to that every single day, or?
I am still going to it. I mean, obviously, we're kind of also doing this all guns a-blazing. Like we're investing a lot into like pictures and the product and everything. Like we don't want to wait until we have enough money from our first product to buy our second product. Like we've just taken money out to buy the second product. So I haven't really quit full-time yet. The good thing, I do enjoy the job, but I don't want to be doing it every day, which is what this is going to achieve. Yeah. But the beauty is I can choose the jobs I want to go to, right? Like work on a big, beautiful custom house rather than having to work like a dog for some dick on a job site.
Yeah, that's true. So, okay, so actually this is the first like partnership that I interviewed. So you guys are partners. So if you guys can like share about how you went, like do you guys do 50-50 or like, and like, did you find it helpful to be with a partner in terms of like maybe like, okay, so not only the you split the orders, but like also maybe one person has strengths that you don't or something like that. So
yeah, that's been a huge thing. So I have a background prior to teaching in graphic design and such, and web design. So I'm doing the website, I do the product packaging, I do the Photoshop editing. We're going to do a bit of a YouTube stuff. I've made some commercials for our products as well. We're going to do some Facebook video ads. that's my strength. I've also done the ordering from China and the shipping and everything else that's come in. Which means Vince has done basically nothing, but
no. And then of course, I don't mind talking with people. I mean, I used to be in sales. I used to go door to door. So, if I got to go on Facebook and find, random people, or if I have to communicate with people, and I'm also really enjoying getting into the advertising side of things. So PPC, all that stuff. So it's actually working out really well.
Yeah. Vince handles all that other kind of stuff, reviews, replying to reviews, all that kind of thing through Seller Central. That's what he does. Mm-hmm. So it's worked really, really well. Sort of a natural, I'm good at this, you're good at that. But we're both just like ravenously hungry to see this work, right?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
That's the key. Like, I've partnered with people with businesses before who are just super laid back, and they'll get to it when they get to it, and it drove me crazy. This is working really well. Like, we both like more.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So
even when the product's in shipping, it's like, okay, which one are we doing next? Like, we literally had, I think, 4 or 5 products that were viable. Like, if we're like, okay, if that one tanks, what one are we doing? If that one tanks, which one are we doing?
Yeah.
Cool. So now to ask you, would this have been, like, looking back, obviously, I think everybody, and I had a certain kind of fear, because I also invested in courses to learn, because without that I wouldn't have been able to, like, just watching free videos and stuff, you're not taking it seriously. So I had a certain fear, but then I kind of overcame it, because to me I was like, hey, I'm just going to pay $500 for a course. If I lose it and if it's terrible, okay, it's not like the end of the world or whatever, right? But I did that, and like, honestly, that changed my life, because I actually took the risk. And so now my question to you is, looking back, would this have been possible without taking the Amazon Freedom course and without my mentorship?
Yeah, no, I little commercial for you here, but absolutely not. Okay. Actually, like, I loved your videos and the free stuff, whatever. That convinced me it was legit. Mm-hmm. But having it laid out step by step and having the resources that came with it, like, I mean, maybe we could have packed together in half a year or something. It just made no bloody sense, because time is money. It matters. And really, for $500, it's worth the risk to start a whole new venture. Mm-hmm. And the mentorship is truly the reason we chose your course versus somebody else's. That was I mean, there was other guys that looked like they knew their stuff too. But being able to send you a product saying, is this legit? Man, that's huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
And I think too, people might have a problem spending $500, but I think anybody who's out there and second guessing it, think about it this way. You could spend $500 and save thousands, or you could spend thousands and then wish you spent that $500. I'm pretty sure that's how it would end up happening.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm super happy to hear that. The thing is that what you just said, a lot of the students in my course have actually spent thousands before they bought the course for $500. Because they made mistakes and they invested into products that were restricted or banned. Things that because I know I have a list of products in my head. I'm like, hey, no, right away, this is banned, this is restricted, don't do this, right? And so a lot of like students actually reached out to me like, hey, like, I'm finally buying your course after trying to do this on my own and like losing thousands. And so, I'm finally admitting to the fact that I need some mentorship. Like, I don't think that, when I need to learn a new thing, I'm going to go find someone that's already done it, that's already like successful at it. I'm not going to try to go and like try to cheat my way out, basically with, spend all my time to try to just do it for free when you can just spend a little bit of money and, basically get like, a mentorship or whatever, like a whole, just like a step-by-step thing where you don't waste any time, right? Well, anyway, guys, thanks for the interview. I really, really appreciate your time. I'm super happy that the course worked for you guys. I just want to say, after this interview, I'm going to be sharing with you guys potential products that I think could be good for expanding, your brand. And also, one important thing that people need to know is that, so looking back on my journey, and I can say the same thing for you, me taking that course or those courses, so I took multiple and I had a business partner and everything, so we took multiple. And so basically, me taking those courses, that was literally like, that led me to Amazon. Amazon led me to YouTube. And then, basically I started going into other income streams, and then YouTube led me to the course, right? So what I'm saying is one thing will lead to another. And, you don't know what's on the other side. Like, if you haven't done anything, you can't really predict what is going to be in like, what like step 5 is going to be, you know what I mean? Like, you really have to go step by step, and then you'll be like, okay, your brain's going to tell you, this is the logical next step. This is the logical next step. So for you guys, I think that now that you have the confidence that, okay, like, we're actually making money online, so, we can do this. You're going to find more income streams as well. Obviously, you're going to keep growing Amazon. And who knows, maybe you're going to start a YouTube channel. If you guys want to do that, sure. But
we filmed and edited our first video today, actually. So we are starting one.
Cool. Yeah. So my advice to you is just like, document your journey and talk about what's working for you and talk about what's working for you. And and you should be golden. Just, basically getting those first 1,000 subscribers on YouTube is the hardest. But, after that, it's pretty, you just stay consistent and, anything in life, you stay consistent, it will lead to wealth. All right. Well, thanks for your time. Thanks for coming on the interview with me. And I'm super happy that the course worked for you guys. So if you guys are interested in the Amazon Freedom course, the link is below. You do get my mentorship it's still open. So yeah, if you guys join, just reach out to me on Facebook and the link is below for the Amazon Freedom course. So anyway, I wish you guys all the best. We will talk about expanding your Amazon business right after this video. And for my subscribers or for my audience, subscribe to the channel, follow me on social media. Links are below. Amazing stuff coming up, passive income, online entrepreneurship, online business. So, if these guys can do it literally and I can do it, right? We all had no experience when we were starting out. Anyone can do it. And that's the whole point of, my channel. So anyway, guys, I'll see you guys soon.